Oh, hey, how you doing, huh? Um, I am going to talk to you about today. I am not doing a book review. That's what I've been doing lately, and shows and movies. But today, just a movie. Not anything else. A little overwhelmed with books and stuff. So, I had just published my second book. Now I'm starting on my third book, which at the beginning it's pretty hectic. I have the idea rolling around in my head, but to articulate it, it's a little harder. So there's that. But so I'm just going to do also after editing. If you've ever edited or anything, which by the way, I am not a trained writer, so I don't know any of the terminology or anything like that. I have these. It's about stuff that has actually happened to me in real life that I tend to turn into fiction, and it works out great, and I love it. And it's cathartic. But anyway, back to my movie. Nope. Show review. See, my brain, it's a rainy day. My brain is not good. I have some stuff written down. So I don't even know how to pronounce this show. I just came across it because it has, I don't know how to say her name either. Stana. I'm going to look. It doesn't show you how to do it or not, but Stana Katic or Katic, I think. Katic. She's from Castle. Oh, did you love that show, Castle? I'm sure it's still on somewhere, but I watched it when it was when it was originally on. I don't think I got all the way through it because I think I moved or something and got caught up in other stuff. But oh my god, loved that show. Loved the dynamic between the two main characters. They were hilarious. But anyway, so it's her, and I was like, how old is she? Because I felt like Castle, well, the beginning of Castle obviously was, I think there's 9 seasons, 8 seasons or 9 seasons. So that was a while ago. So I think I was like, what else was she on? I was thinking she was on Bones, but that was a different girl. Anyway, but Castle, she was definitely on, and she plays an FBI agent in this. It's called Absentia, I think. Absentia. Obviously absent IA. However you say that. Absentia, I think. Absentia. I don't know. You tell me. I correct me, please, because I don't know. Anyway, so I was feeling like I wanted a little synopsis here, so I was trying to get it together. But basically, what it says in the when you go to look up what the show is about, it says that Emily Byrne, FBI agent, she had disappeared while hunting a serial killer. She was declared legally dead and then shows up 6 years later, and she is being framed. She's found alive, traumatized. They find her in, I don't know, I don't want to give it away, but they don't find her in like a safe spot. They find her almost dying. I'll just say that. This is 6 years later, and she's traumatized and with no memory of what happened. And then she's being framed real time as she's still looking for the killer who's killing people still. And she was married and she had a son, and her husband was also an FBI agent. And she bends the rules a bit. So it's a whole. I'm trying to think of what it's like. I've watched so many of these shows. I love this type of show. FBI agent trying to find, running out of time, trying to find this before she gets in trouble. She's ducking the people she works with because they want to bring her in for questioning, and her boss and yada yada. But her husband got remarried, and it's super awkward because, of course, he still has feelings for her that weren't resolved. But he loves his new wife, so he's going through his thing. And then the son is kind of mad at the main character for a while because he had, she left. I mean, she didn't have, sorry, I have lip chapstick, tinted chapstick or whatever, not chapstick, but you know what I'm saying. Anyway, I don't, it's all smudged all over my face. I can't sit here and pretend it's not there. Also, there's these like little lines on here that I don't go away. It won't stop. I don't know what's happening. Okay, there we go. Sorry. So there's a lot of stuff happening here that I can't figure out. They updated it or something, and now I can't figure out what it's doing. Anyway, so back to my notes. So murders are happening again. So they didn't happen for 6 years, and now they're happening again. So it kind of looks like it's her. So she's trying to beat the time before they capture her to find the killer. And the cool thing is there's 3 seasons, and it kind of continues on developing these characters, and it's really cool. But before I get into, I won't get into season 2 and season 3, but it's kind of like memory versus reality, because she starts to remember things as she goes, but she was also, there was a lot of her past that she didn't know. Like, she was adopted, so the further past is coming into the present as well, with her, all the trauma that she had as a kid, and she starts remembering that, which helps her remember certain people, which then eventually leads her to the killer. So it's it's psychological thriller, definitely, emotional crime drama, conspiracy, mystery. And it's dark. It's a little bit dark. It's a little bit sad. There are some funny parts, but there's a lot of stuff going on. If you liked The Sinner, if you liked Blind Spot, if you liked Homeland, because it is kind of that chase kind of, and if you saw Homeland, she kind of pushes the boundaries a lot. In fact, crosses some of them, and this main character does too. Mindhunter, we're going to do a whole separate talk on that, because that was awesome, and I'm so sad that they didn't have more seasons of that. So it's kind of like all those. It brings you in. You want to binge watch it. It has a lot of action, a lot of scary stuff going on, there's high stakes going on. The main character is very damaged, and at first she doesn't know why, and she's again that same, like Homeland, that main character, like I have to save the world. I have to do it. Like she has trouble asking for help, and she wants to do everything alone and puts herself in danger all the time, which also then, her son, who just got her back, is now like, oh my God, Mom, you're gonna get killed or whatever. So it was awesome. It took me very little time to get through 3 seasons, which is embarrassing, but I put it on when I'm doing stuff, so it's not like I'm eating bonbons, although I do spend some time on the couch in the evening watching my shows. Let's see. It says, there's a review here that I like. It does a good job showing the psychological fallout of trauma. So true. Like the reality versus false memory or whatever that she's having. And her past trauma feelings that are coming out because of her just recent trauma. So the trauma that happened during the past 6 years versus the trauma when she was a kid are very similar, and she didn't remember any of that trauma until she started digging and digging and digging. So she's going through this turmoil the whole time, and I wish I could write like this. It was good. And if you like her, she's very much a similar character as she is in Castle in a way, but more damaged. It does it takes a second for you to lock in. The first episode is good, but you're like, I don't know, do I want to binge? And then by like the second, I want to say for me it was the second, but maybe second or third episode where you're like, holy shit, don't do that, or just and the awkwardness of the new wife versus the old wife is a whole thing too. But it is good. It does. I feel personally, her husband, third season, beginning of the third season, I liked him almost to the whole end of the third season. I liked him. Her ex-husband, I guess. Her husband that she had before they thought she was dead. Anyway, he in the first season, I didn't love his character, and then later they must have gotten feedback from or something, and so they kind of fixed him up a little bit and made him a little more likable, I guess. And I'm not even talking about him moving on. It's weird because he's an FBI agent, but he seems weak almost in the first season, if that makes sense. But then I guess second season he's better too. Yes, second season he's shining. Third season at the beginning, no, maybe not the beginning. Maybe it's a couple of episodes in, then he's kind of a badass again. But it's so weird. But trigger warning: if you've had trauma, if you've had torture themes, PTSD, violence, disturbing crime scenes, like murders on screen, stuff like that, then stay away. Emotional manipulation, there's a lot of that. So if that gets you, that will get you. So stay away from that. I think it is binge worthy if you just love that kind of stuff. If you are more sophisticated than in like the actress type of thing, it's pretty much straightforward. Like they're not, it's not like an epic something or other like movie. It's pretty straightforward. You could possibly be kept awake with some of the things that are happening. I thought it was great. I'm also very entertained. I love a lot of things. Like I watched. I think I talked about it. Yes, I did. Deadlock. It's definitely way more better acting than Deadlock. But Deadlock has humor, so it makes it great. I really liked it. If you're okay with female leads being messy, again, like Homeland, like they screw up a lot, and they don't do the right thing a lot of times. If you like that for a female lead role, then you'll love this. It's great acting. I don't want to say it's not, I don't want to say it's bad acting, because it's not bad acting. I loved it. But it is different acting than Castle, if that makes sense. Or I can't even describe it. But if you're picky, you won't love it. But if you are open to different ways of telling this type of story, you'll love it. And that's me. I loved it. So I have, once you watch it, I will ask you, did you trust Emily, the main character, all throughout? Did you trust her? Or did she seem shady? Also, I love this genre. So if you have any recommendations, I ask that you let me know. Like psychological thriller series, I guess is a good way to put it. FBI type stuff, that kind of series I love. Limited series, love those, like 6-10 episodes, just one season. They're not planning on doing another season. As much as it's a letdown, I do love those, like if they wrap everything up nicely, or if they just leave you hanging in a way where it could or couldn't be over, kind of thing. But if they leave it way open, I don't want to know about it. Let's see. Are you talking to me? Did you hear that? I think she wants to go outside. Let's see. I think that's it. I don't think I have any other things to say about it without spoiling it. But it is, yes, 3 seasons. I think at least 10 episodes per season. And it's cool because her son grows so much. I love when you see, like, because he's kind of, I'd say, middle school to high school maybe age, and you see the change. You hear his voice is starting to change and things like that. And so I love getting to see that, because you don't always get to see that over 3 seasons. Sometimes it takes like 6 seasons to see it. So you get to see that. Also, her dad's character, I just loved him. He was so supportive. He got a little cranky here and there, but it was good. It was a good series. And I don't know. Let me know how you liked it. It's fun. You can sit and watch a few episodes if you're a binger. So anyway, I'm going to go because I am babbling again as usual. And I'll be back to talk about some other. I watched another. Oh, I'm watching Beef season 2. So I'll come on and talk about maybe I'll do season 1 and 2. So, because it's been a while. I forgot I watched Beef season 1. This one, it's just so awkward. It's crazy. Anyway, so we'll talk about that next time. And enjoy.